I'm Dennis Prager, and I'm telling you that the happy make the world better. You have a moral obligation to act happy even if you don't feel it. You cannot impose your bad moods on others any more than you impose your bad breath on others. You wash away your bad body odor. You should wash away your bad mood. There are those who are incapable of doing so, just as there are people who, even when they shower, they still have sad odors. They can't help it. Just there are people who have physiological, chemical brain defects that cause them an inability to act non-depressed. My heart goes out to them. It does. I know a family plagued by a family of wonderful grown kids and one who has just a brain issue, probably schizophrenic. You know, I'd like to talk to Dr. Marmer, maybe even just a call on the air, our in-house psychiatrist. One of the reasons I am told that what is the mental illness that I just described? Schizophrenia, yeah. One of the reasons that schizophrenics, kept thinking psychotics, and I knew there wasn't a word. Schizophrenics don't take their meds is the way it makes them feel. So is there massive research being done? You know, Bill Gates should consider giving money there rather than to math is racist programs in Oregon. Yes. All right, happiness hour subject. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? If you're driving, two hands on your steering wheel. Actually, it doesn't need a big build-up. It's a theme I haven't discussed in years, and I have more thoughts on it. If you think you're a victim, you can't be happy. There you go. I let the cat out of the bag. By the way, can you, how do you explain that? What does it mean to let the cat out of the bag? Do either of you understand that? I mean, I know what it means to reveal something, right? But why is it letting a cat out of a bag? No, okay. I really need him. God, you don't know what goes on in my earphones. It asks the question, okay, begs the question, why was the cat in the bag in the first place? No, it doesn't. It takes a McConnell-esque mind to come up with that response. All right. All right. Okay, fine. You sure you don't need the men's room? I mean, you can take a break. You'll be back by the break. So anyway, it's an interest. I like analyzing these things, like let a cat out of a bag. What about a dog out of a bag? Who puts cats? All right, be that as it may, I told you what the bottom line is. If you think you're a victim, you can't be happy. Did you see the woman, what was it, at Smith College, that black woman who claimed that when they asked her why she was in a certain room, Tucker Carlson played the video. This woman at Smith College, what is it, $65,000 a year? And she sees herself as a victim. She went to a classy boarding school. She's at a $65,000 a year school. She probably has a room that is better looking and equipped than, you know, at some resort hotel room. And somebody said, why are you in the room? It's recorded unbelievably cheerfully and nicely because nobody should have been in that room at the college at the time. And their lives have been ruined. These people's lives are ruined. The woman, I raise her, and I will talk about the issue next week, but I'm raising her in the context of the happiness hour because she burst out into tears. Because she was asked, what are you doing? Why are you in this room? on camera in tears, victim of racism. And she said that. I'm a victim of racism. Shows you how little racism there is. That's my proof. My proof that how little racism there is in America is that virtually every case of racism is either a hoax or trivial. This goes into the non-existent. This is the third category. She's not deliberately saying it to be a hoax like Jussie Smollett. This woman can't be happy. There's no chance. She has no chance at happiness, and she will bring misery to her world, and to her intimate world, and to the larger society because of this profound unhappiness and anger. Victimhood produces horrible. It produces the worst thing of all: ingratitude. Right? You can't be a grateful victim. Is there such a thing as a grateful victim? No. And people have it no matter what. I mean, it's putting the racism issue aside. People think they're victims. I'll give you an example, because life consists of examples. How many of you at some point in your professional life were told by somebody that they would help you, right? They were in a higher position in your field, and I'm going to help you, and they didn't. Let me tell you how often that has happened to me. The batting average of those who said they would help me rise is approximately 0.006. And I, in the very beginning, when the person didn't come through, I felt a drop victimized. And then over the course of life, I expected nothing. And by the way, the people who don't come through when they say, I'll help you, are not bad people. They forget about you, or they really can't do it, or it takes too much time. And that's human. Okay? My book on happiness, it's funny, the longer the period of time between when I wrote it and when I'm speaking, the more I realize it's a really good book. I know it's funny to say, but I do. I realize it. Happiness is a serious problem is the name of the book. And there's a chapter on not having expectations. There's a perfect example. When you have high expectations and they're not fulfilled, not only will you become ungrateful or bitter, but you will think you're a victim of life, of somebody failing you, or so on. Don't have high expectations. You live a life of permanent gratitude. Victim. Oh God, it's the worst. I have to say, because I talk about myself so you'll hear the human, not just the talk show host. That is one thing I dreaded. I dreaded thinking of myself as a victim or being regarded by others as a victim. Even when I was. And everybody is a victim at some point. Everybody. That's the topic on the Happiness Hour this Friday. Do you know anybody in a perpetual state of victimhood? Were you? Are you? 1-8-PRAGER-776.